Why is it so hard to give up cheese? I find it incredibly difficult, but I have a solution. Even though I eat plant based, I have been known to abandon it and go eat some macaroni and cheese. Of all the things to give up, I think this is the hardest. If you want to get straight to the recipe that I promised you, then go ahead and skip here in the video. But if you want to know how this vegan cheese has helped clear up my mucus, alleviate my fibroid and joint pain, then stick around. I got a story for you. Hey, I'm your host, Shelly Wellness. I'm on this journey to elevate our consciousness around food, and I invite you to join me. On this channel, I'll share recipes created with mindfulness, rooted in wellness. Welcome to the Mindful Plate. When it came to dairy, I had the hardest time giving up cheese. I enjoyed everything from lasagna to pizza to grilled cheese to nachos to cheeseburgers to cheese dogs to cheese doodles to cheese crackers to Cheetos. If I'm in a restaurant and the server said, "Would you like some more cheese?" Y'all know my answer was yes. And I enjoyed different varieties such as feta, goat, Havarti, halloumi, queso frito, queso fresco, manchego, provolone, Munster, Parmesan, cotija. The list was endless. And I also woke up with mucus congestion every morning, y'all, coughing up a storm. I thought it was normal just to wake up and cough up a loogie or a few. It also never occurred to me that having gas every day and flatulating often throughout the day was not normal, y'all. Like, I've experienced this since childhood. And then one year I detoxed, and that detox was a raw foods, vegan, plant-based diet. That meant that I couldn't eat any meat, any fish, any dairy, any refined sugar, any grains. And instead, on this raw foods detox, I ate vegetables, fruits, nuts, seeds, and sprouts. It was the most revitalizing and regenerating eating lifestyle I had ever tried in my life. And what I also noticed is that I woke up in the morning and it cleared up my mucus and my flatulence, and my bloating and gas went away. And that was only after 3 days. And it was through this detox experience that I learned that you could still eat the foods you love, but you just gotta elevate the ingredients. So I started making my own cheese. And I'm gonna show you how this cheese is going to be a game changer for your diet as well. So for this raw cream cheese, we are going to need only 5 ingredients. Super easy. Sunflower seeds to start, that's going to be the base of our cheese. And if you have nut allergies, this works out really well. And then we're going to add some pine nuts because we love a good fatty cheese, and this is going to round out the rich fattiness of that cheese. We're going to add some lemons because that's going to bring that briny, salty, tarty taste of the cheese. And then we're going to use some olive oil because that's going to smooth out the creaminess of this cheese. And of course, to amplify the flavor, a little bit of salt. And if you want this to be a flavored variety, you can add some roasted garlic, some green onions, a little bit of cinnamon, some raisins, some nuts. It's up to you. Let's do it. Like I said, y'all, this is very, very easy to make. You're going to need a food processor. And to your food processor, you're going to add your soaked sunflower seeds. They don't take long to soak. 2 to 4 hours is enough, but if it happens to be overnight, that's okay too. And then you're going to add unsoaked pine nuts. They're very buttery and rich, so they don't need to be soaked. And of course some salt. And then you're going to process the 3 of these ingredients to a fine meal. So make sure that you get that fine meal first before you add the next 2 ingredients, which is the lemon juice and the olive oil. Now, to process this fine meal, let it go for as long as you need. You want the texture to look something like this. Once you have that texture, you turn back on your food processor again, and you pour in your lemon juice, and you're going to notice your cheese is going to start to whiten a little bit. And then you stream in slowly your olive oil. Make sure it's a steady stream. Don't just dump it all in there. And at this point, the food processor is going to do the work for you. Be patient, be present, and don't be afraid to let it go for ages. Feel free to scrape down the sides every now and then until you get that texture, or even smoother if you want to go longer. And then you have cream cheese. And this cream cheese, you can eat it just as it is, spreadable, or you can bake it in the oven, which will result in a more crumbly, sliceable texture. This cheese tastes so good. It reminds me again of like a cream cheese or like a goat or a creamy feta. It has the perfect tang and it's smooth. And I love cheese and crackers a lot. So this is one of the ways that I've been eating it up. Like I said, I elevate the ingredients. So I always have like some toasted sourdough, some of the cheese, some mushrooms, and some pesto, and it makes a perfect toast. I use this cheese for everything. Dishes like mashed potatoes, pasta filling, lasagna, salad, soups. It's so good. This is the cheese to get. If you want something more of a shred, I'll do another video where I'll recommend some of the brands I like. But either ways, remember, there's so many miracles in the food, and food can really transform your life. If you're interested in more recipes like this in cooking, where recipes are a guide, ingredients are intuitive, process is present, and food is always delicious, then please subscribe to our newsletter. The link is in the description below. I look forward to seeing you in your inbox, and I will see you next time. Until then, eat well, be well.
Actually. All right.